the attorneys of the man who was falsely accused of the now solved double murder case in Shenandoah National Park are speaking out. Kagan Hughes is live in the newsroom with that story. Kagan.
Aaron, in 2001, Daryl David Rice was falsely accused and charged with capital murder, but charges were dropped after forensic testing showed hairs in a glove that ruled him out as a possible suspect. But despite the charges dropped, his attorney said his life had changed.
We were disappointed not to hear that, much less an apology, in the government's press conference. The closest the government came to acknowledging Daryl's innocence was a statement that he did not have any contact with the actual perpetrator.
Gerald Zirkin has represented Daryl Rice for years. He's disappointed it took so long for the case to have closure.
We regret that the families of Julie and Lolly have been misled for so long as to the identity of their daughter's killer.
In a written statement, Rice's sister, Dawn Metcalf, says, "I am deeply troubled that the FBI possessed DNA evidence since 2011 and didn't get around to testing until now. What possible explanation could they have, other than their ongoing efforts to destroy my brother?" Deirdre Enright, a professor at UVA's law school, has represented Rice as an investigator. She says for years she asked the government to test the DNA, especially since 2011 when the real murder Walter Jackson's DNA was in the system.
I theorized that the answer is because the agents were still saying that it was Daryl Rice in 2011.
Now 13 years later, a cold case solved, but both Enright and Zirkin say Rice's innocence still does not change the past.
We've talked about whether he would have a civil action against I don't know, certain people, certain individuals, certain jurisdictions. And so we'll look into that for him.
Enright and Zirkin have not had the chance to talk to Rice about the news. They say he's still in hiding, but they do say that with knowing him for so many years, he would not have a big reaction. Live in the newsroom, Kagan Hughes, 29 News at 5.